everybody, once again, welcome to Let's Play Motorsport Manager, Daddy's Boy Challenge. And it is time for Phoenix, the 5th race out of a dozen. Of course, we hold the 7-point lead over Spartan, 10 points over Orange. We're looking good, except for the same two problems. I need to stop screwing up Stone's races. The blown missed pit stop last time out in Munich. Get him some points, get him some happiness, all of that fun stuff. And then I also need to watch the finances closely. So that's our main goals here. And 12 hours to fix the cars. Sure, let's do the interview. Qualification was a struggle. Yes, qualifying isn't the most important thing in the world. It's all about the race. And that really is my approach. That's not BS. That's simply the way it is. The chairman didn't like that answer. Oh, well. And Gabler, thanks for the great support all weekend. It was so awesome to win my home race. What a buzz. Okay. So let's just move along to our car repairs. There we are. And I think we're just still working on, the performance. There's nothing that I really want to work on in terms of reliability yet, not till this next gearbox is finished. So let's take a look at how our car stacks up. Yeah, the suspension dropping down. We're still real close on speed. First in acceleration, first in deceleration, second on the spoiler. So Atsuno's got a pretty big edge on the, they're the best at the corners, unquestionably. So that's an interesting development. Okay, yeah, we just kind of need to keep going until we get to the gearbox here. It's now June. And there we are, the gearbox being finished. Take a look at my sponsor situation. Yeah, I'm going to lose Viking after this race, so I'll be able to get one more. I definitely want to finish up the gearbox. And I think I want to, after that, I'm just thinking long term. Right now, the plan is, won't be long after this race that the simulator will finish. So I want to get the gearbox done, and I want to build more spoilers. I may not build anything else. I may not work on the engine or the suspension at all. Because if we do well in the next... I'm going to have 2 or 3 more races to decide, but if we do well in those races, I may not need it, and I may want to just focus on the budget. Okay, so gearbox. These are only the 2 that we can take that really are going to improve it. And subtract a day. Another 900K part. So we've got one, and this is going to be the second one. But I still think we're going to end up negative on the money after this race. And that's when it's going to start to get interesting. Okay, so let's fit parts. Go down to the gearbox, and yeah, that's definitely better than anything else. So Stone, you're going to take that one, and for now we're going to shift Gabler into that. Doesn't change any of those numbers. Then let's improve reliability of the gearbox. And let's take that one out. Put that gearbox in. Okay. Going to need to move most of it back into here in order to max out that gearbox. But that's definitely what we want to do. Then if we look at the drivers, of course, I'm going to take a look at Stone's relationship. And he's still got, I didn't think he was going to still have it. He's still got the engine expert. He's not going to keep it if it doesn't, if things don't improve. So, gotta hope that we can turn that around. If he has a good race, maybe the mechanic relationship will get a boost. But minus 6.9 for Munich, but he's happy with everything else. Okay. Report on Phoenix. No chance of rain, unsurprisingly. 122 is the lap record, 50 laps. High speed, so Spartan should do well. Soft and medium, we'll again want to go soft. And, I didn't really get into this as much as I intended. The soft, light-footed soft ability that Gabler has is part of this. Another part of it is the brakes that we developed, which are good on ultras, supers, and softs. They get a big bonus, but they do not get a bonus for medium tires. So that just makes it better for us to go soft in virtually any condition. But just go lighter on the tires, but get the performance boost. And let's see where we're at here. 54 minutes before the race. That'd be an hour afterwards. Okay, we want to stick with that. And Andrea Gabler wants to upgrade the engine designs with a better test track. Sorry, we don't have the money. And so local fun run graced by international GT championship star Chica Balazar, adding a bit of star quality to it. Locals were thrilled with the driver's appearance. I turned to the wife and said, blooming heck, that's Chica Balcazar. I couldn't believe my eyes. Much to her disappointment, did not manage to finish on the podium and had to settle for a free medal and energy drink. I was gutted with my performance, but it was a great day. Plus 10 marketability. Okay, that's basically not going to impact anything that I care about. Let's take another look at our... Yep, okay, we want to stick right where we are. Finish up that gearbox. And the GT Challenger in Beijing, so what? And Andrea Gabler still being tipped to do well. Jarita Dutt says she knows what it takes to beat Gabler. Yeah, good luck. And Tommy Klein in here quoted twice for whatever reason, but thinking that's going to work. Yeah, coffers aren't looking healthy. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Heckle Rock wants me to have a large... He says, I've got the look, whatever that means. My practice time with the team will be limited. Thought you should beware since you know you got us into this mess in the first place. Improvability minus 15. Morale minus 15. Grrr. The plastic surgery hurt, but Mr. Heckle says it does wonders for my smile. Ugh. Let me take Andrea out for the night. I want to show her some traditional Phoenix hospitality. Can't be promised we'll be back before dawn. We don't have a problem with that, right? Yeah, no, I don't want burnout drivers. Thank you. We're here to race. Go suck an egg. We're not messing around with any of that. So let's see what that did to Stone's morale. It's still fine. Okay. It was high enough to begin with, so... And we've got another few days on that second gearbox. Looks like maybe we lost a bit on the engines to Spartan, but other than that, we're still looking just as strong. And overall, we've got the best car. So, shouldn't be any problems there. Let's see what we've got going on in Phoenix. Or maybe not. Oh, the reliability stuff is finished. Yes, we know that. Keep moving. Same sponsor. Still the same amount of happiness with that. Engine and spoiler being crucial here. So we could be a little weaker, relatively speaking, in Phoenix than we have been before. It is going to be really warm. It's at 32 degrees. So, yeah, we're not going to get much out of our tires, that's for sure. And if it wasn't for the abilities my drivers have, I would be going with the soft tires, no question. Or would not be going with the soft tires, I'd be going with the mediums. But that's not the way the cards lay out for this. Okay. So I think we're pretty much where we want to be on the weight stripping. And I'm just going to go with the same approach. Oh, nope. Back up to 85 for the crucial parts. And 315 then on this track. And of course the big change here will be the improved gearbox that we're going to see on Stone's car, the second one. So yeah, we got a little over halfway to level 2. It would, even in a perfect practice session, which that was pretty close to it, I find it hard to believe I would get up to level 2. Okay, 8th and 13th, very much middle of the pack finishes for us. But of the drivers who did better than Gabler, only one was on medium tires. So, can't be too upset about that. Tora and GT suck more than a vacuum cleaner. Yeah, that's not that funny, Rick. Nope, I'm actually not a worried man at all after that practice session. Yep, all of you can whine about it. Watch us pull out some strong times here in qualifying, though. That wouldn't surprise me in the least. Okay, so sweetest spots and qualifying trim or soft tires. We're going to be using soft tires, so we might as well take that one. And of course, we'll use both for our good friend here, Stone. Okay. And I'll take a closer look at who dropped out. Once again, none of the top racers. Orange again looking rough, 9th and 12th. Tanaka not looking great down here in 11th. But Hashimoto 1st and the two Spartan drivers in 2nd and 3rd. So hopefully over the next couple qualifying sessions, we can get closer to them, and I think we will, because we're going to be running on some fresh tires. So Hashimoto's time there, I believe from what they said, is the track record. Okay, so let's see what we're looking at for weather. Dry and dry. Oh my goodness. 34 degrees. Ugh. Yuck. Another struggle for Orange in the qualifying. Rodriguez again being knocked out. Dutt in the very final spot in 10th. Sevilla down in 8th. Lowry up in 3rd. So 4th and 7th versus 8th and 3rd, you know, we're looking as good as any of the top teams. And you see Hashimoto with the best time in both sets so far. It would indicate that yeah, Hashimoto is definitely looking like the one to beat going into this final session. Okay, so how do I want to play this? Well, honestly, I just want to wait. Well, Hashimoto gradually improved, dominating the qualifying. So it could be tough for us to win against her in the race. But other than that, feeling good. 3rd and 4th, again bracketed by Spartan, who's 2nd and 5th. And then Orange down here in 9th. Dutt didn't improve that much. So Stone looking for more tomorrow than 4th. Well, it was pretty aggressive. So I think that we're pretty strong position, and it looks like in terms of the championship, it's going to be the battle between us and Spartan today. So, do we want to light-footed? We definitely want the race trim. Want them to wear more slowly? I think going with the performance increase is going to be the best. Still want to go with engine expert there. And let's take a look. We're going to, of course, be going all out to start, but not for very long at 32 degrees. Just for as long as it can be tolerated. Fuel options. 50 laps. So we need to get about 17 laps out of each. Might be able to get away with 9. Let's go with the halfway point at 10. And 16, I think, for Stone. Good starting point. Okay. So Hashimoto, Lowry not far behind, and then the pack, you know, starts to stiffen up. No real big gaps here until you get down to Parisi in 10th. Okay. Let's see how we do, starting from row 2. Looks like a decent start. Looked like Gabler might be slow at the very beginning, but then picked it up. And definitely Hashimoto already off quickly. The pack right on Stone's behind. Gabler trying to hang with Lowry ahead of them. But now we're falling back. Into the mess as Holgerson gets up to 3rd. There's Gabler. I'm going to try to go neutral with her tires already. Just because she seems to be stronger than the cars behind. Yep, and now we've got to go conserve on Stone because he's right there at the limit. He's probably going to lose some positions, but oh well. And we can stick in neutral for a little bit longer with Gabler. Go around one more lap, and then you're going to pit. Up to 5th. Go on softs, and then you don't need as much fuel this time. Think about there. Gabler, I just want to chew up a little bit more here. I think probably one more lap. Up to 2nd behind Lori. Hashimoto back now, but also the fastest. Yep, I don't want to go around more than that. So we're going to lead for a lap, and then we're going to come in. Fresh tires. The charge on the battery is going to be almost as high, but not quite. I think I want fuel about the same. A bit higher just to be safe. Okay, so coming out in 17th for Stone. But just below the middle of the pack in terms of cars that have already come in. And now let's see Gabler. Start a lap 15 coming in. .13 seconds. It seems to be a pretty typical pit stop length. And then we're going to go conserve. We're going to really milk everything we can out of these tires. And then we're going to have to make a decision at some point whether we're going to make it or not. You can see we're just cutting it down to nothing here. Stone up to 9th. We're cutting it down to nothing in terms of fuel and in terms of the battery. So this just... And the tire, as far as that goes. Ran out of fuel as she glided down pit row. Comes in 2nd. And comes out 4th. Go ahead and conserve those tires again because you're going to need every last bit of them. Hume going in for repairs. Comes in 5th, but comes out in 15th. So we'll see who he can pass the rest of his journey, which he hopefully can leg out on those tires. Got about 3 laps to go. I think I can definitely go at least neutral. So that'll help the speed. But I think I've got to go low on the engine. I'm going to run out of fuel if I don't. Stone now up to 7th. And should be able to go neutral as well. 2.3. Go low on the engine for a bit. And Lori pitting. Well, how about that? Lori goes into the pits, so Gabler just has to make it around the track to win the race. And what about Stone? In 7th. And ran out of battery power, so that's boosting back up slowly. Now we've got excessive fuel. We are in the last lap. Go. Go. And go. And here's Lori wrapping up her race. Or, excuse me, Gabler wrapping up her race as Lori making the miscalculation there. Here's Stone, looking like he's going to finish just out of... This one's for me, how nice. And Stone could have finished in the points today. About 4 seconds out. Oh, are you kidding me? 7th place is not a complete disaster. It's tied for the best you've done. Be quiet. It wasn't great. It wasn't a complete disaster. Gabler gets the win. Thanks to the little bit of a miscalculation by Lori, we legged it out on the 2 stops. And really looking good. Lori did get the fastest lap bonus. Not a huge fan of that. Yeah, Stone 7th. See if we have any rule breakers. We do not. So Gabler again with the win. Lori and then Rodriguez from Orange coming out of nowhere to finish 3rd. Heck of a transition there. And we do lose some off the lead. It is spreading out, but still just 6 points with Spartan. This could still turn against us. It really could. My psychic told me this would happen. Your psychic told you the person who's won 4 out of 5 races now, won 3 out of the previous 4, would win again. You don't think you needed a psychic for that? And another trait for Gabler. What do you know? Morale did not go down much. What about your mechanic relationship? It went down some, not as much as before. So if we can get Stone finishing a little higher, we can boost that mechanic relationship back up. Why did your mechanic relationship go down after winning? That makes no sense. Inflated ego. Awesome. You're lucky to have a girl like me. I am. But your happiness went down a bit. Okay. So not all positive news. Overall a 6.6. He's looked good the last 3 races. And yeah, 7th ties his best in Rio. So get out of here with that crying about stuff. losing only 165K. So we're not actually in the negatives yet. So we're about to get the simulator done. We're going to head to Dubai. We're going to get the second gearbox finished. And all the while, can we hold on to a modest lead over Spartan heading into the second half of the season? That'll be coming up next time. Until then, thanks.